Well, there's a lot of raking to do up here. Oh my goodness, look at this sky. It is absolutely magnificent. Look at that, not a cloud in it. I've actually just come to stand in the shade slightly so that I can at least see the screen because it is so bright. And I tell you what, I feel like I haven't seen the sunshine for, well, it's been like 3 weeks basically of grey weather. We had one day of sun in the middle of that, but it was only like half the day was sunny and I was stuck inside for that whole day. So this is just, oh my God, it's absolute bliss. And I'm so lucky because today is actually the only day this week that I can make it up here. So it's going to be a bit of a strange vlog, this one, rather than me kind of like popping up and back and doing all my bits and pieces. I'm just up here to do what I need to do because I'm going away at the end of the week. So, well, not at the end of the week, actually halfway through the week. So I've got to get this filmed and edited before I head off. But yeah, seriously lucked out with the weather. It is gorgeous. And on top of lucking out with the weather, we found the clips for the guttering for the greenhouse. So it's all good today. It's all good today. There is a lot of raking that needs doing over the last couple of days. It's been quite windy and so all the leaves have come off. You can see the paths are absolutely covered. So I've got raking to do. I have gutter attachment to do. I've also got some big time clearing to do because last night we had our first proper frost. And so things have gone a little collapso, particularly the nasturtiums. And I tell you what, I don't know if you grow like nasturtiums en masse, but if you do, when that when that first frost hits and they start their collapse, the smell, like the nasturtium oil in the air, is a bit heady actually. And we've got just behind me here that big patch where the old asparagus bed is that was absolutely covered in nasturtiums. As you walk past and it's like, whoo! Yes, I'm going to be clearing and guttering and leaf raking, and also things in the greenhouse are looking a little bit sad because obviously it got really cold last night. Even though we've had the candle in there, I just couldn't keep it up. I mean, we went below zero outside last night. Didn't quite make it down there inside the greenhouse, but it wasn't far off. And so I think I'm going to be doing a bit of chili picking and then seeing what we can and can't save. Might even have a look and see if there's anything growing under the sweet potato plants. That would be exciting. Yeah, basically it's just let's go. We've only got a couple of hours and this is the only time I'm going to be up here all week. So I'm just going to bask in it. Hey, well, as it feels like a long time since we've seen the sunshine, doesn't it, girlies? Ha! Long time since we've seen the sunshine. Right, I've just got to get in the shed. Out of the way, ladies. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, so in this little pot here that had a whole load of empty seed packets is where we found the gutter clips. Oh, I've just dropped my screws. I've got a pile of them. Are you going to find the screws for me, girls? Ah, yeah. So this is my first job. Just going to get this out the way first. Where's my drill? Typically, I've chosen my first job of the day to be in the shade, but you know, get it out the way. Okay. tell you what, it is actually bitterly cold. Get your hands wet just makes everything unpleasant. So I know that this looks like I've put it on a bit of an extreme angle, like it's like I've put my guttering on like that, but actually this, oh, the wind's suddenly come up. Woo! Oh, that's cold. Where's my microphone? I'll try and hide you. Yeah, so this path is sloping downwards down this way, and the polytunnel as well is just sloping slightly. I mean, I didn't make it dead level. So it's just sloping slightly that way. So to get the water to run this way towards the water butt does have to be at quite an angle. And when we tested it, it was like that last year, and the water did run off quite fine. Also, things that have changed from last year, the water butt's actually just a little bit lower than it was last year. So I need to extend this pipe. This bit needs to just get a bit longer. But other than that, done. Hey there, Lil. Is it lovely in the sunshine? Is it lovely? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's got the best spot there. Whoa, gutter done. Right, what's next? I think probably get those nasturtiums out. This is going to be heady. Actually, before I get stuck into that, while we've got the sun shining fully on the polytunnel, we're just going to open it up and have a bit of a check what's going on inside. Always a bit reluctant to open it up when the weather's pants because it's kind of can't regain its heat once you've opened up the door. But today is the perfect day. How's it looking? How's it looking?
The basil's gone.
Oh yeah, Basil is kaput.
But
everything else looks good, doesn't it? I might clear the basil today then.
Okay. So it's here.
So we can see what's what. This area is blank.
Right, so we get a bit more space.
That's where the spinach was that got eaten.
All right. So I think just probably needs a bit of water in
and around.
Do you think?
I do. I'll clear the basil. Okay. I'll put that on the list as an extra thing. I'll clear the basil and then see what else we might have in the poly that could go in. Yeah.
Very good, though.
They are, aren't they? The mustard greens, yeah, and the lamb's lettuce looks great. They have. Okay, right, I'll add that to the list. Yeah, that's Bietta.
Is it? You only wanted a couple of those.
Well, we've got loads. That's all the Bietta there. So I might pot that up and see if we can use it in July.
Good idea. They look quite healthy, don't they?
Yeah, they might be all right for that. Okay, what was I doing? Nasturtiums. God, the smell is amazing. Where's my big blue bucket over there? We're going to start here. I don't know if you can see me, I'm not pulling roots out or anything of this because the nasturtiums are just an annual. The roots aren't going to do anything, and I don't want to disturb the roots of any of the asparagus that's still under there. So yeah, it's just pulling off this Collapso top growth. It will have self-seeded all the way through this, but like I said last week, we're planning to not have this as a massive nasturtium bed this coming year because we think it's doing no good at all for the asparagus. So this section here, where we only really have this one really good patch of asparagus here, so this is a really strong crown on this end. But up here we've lost it all, and it wasn't recently we lost it. We lost this a couple of years ago. We've been trying to kind of get it to come back, but it hasn't worked. So what I'm going to do, clear this all now, and then come the spring, we're hoping that we'll be able to put in 5 more crowns in this space here, so a new set of asparagus, keeping this one on the corner. And obviously these have all self-seeded, all of these new nasturtiums through here. They've been growing on this patch for it's probably 4 years now. So in the spring, you start getting all of the nasturtium seedlings coming up. And what I'm going to do is use it like a nasturtium nursery bed, like I do with, oh, I nearly fell over there, like I do with the calendula up that end, where it's all self-seeded. And then as they come up, I can just transfer them out to places where I actually want them, and we're not going to grow them here next year. Oh God, the smell. Woo. Oh look, the dahlias are well and truly gone too. They've gone black. It's another clearing job I need to get on. This feels very strange, putting fresh stuff in this bin. It's supposed to be our bin number 2, where the first turning happens from that bin, which is normally where the fresh stuff goes in, but that bin needs replacing. It's collapsed at the bottom, so we've had to do a bit of a shifty. Okay, this is the moment I'm going to see if there is anything in that sweet potato bucket. Place your bets now. Oh, it's lovely and warm in here, you're right. I'm going to close the door. Yeah, it's positively toasty in here. I mean, it doesn't hurt that Mum's actually got the kettle boiling in here at the moment. She's after a hot chocolate. But we thought we'd double up on the use of the heat by heating it in here. So, right, sweet potatoes. Okay, don't mean to be jumping on a bandwagon here, but JB and Tony have both unearthed their sweet potatoes, and Tony's were a wild success, and JB obviously had expectations above and beyond like what a UK grown sweet potato harvest looks like, because I thought his was pretty decent and he thought it was hilarious. So what I'm going to do is pick up my bucket of sweet potatoes and chuck them in the wheelbarrow, just to make it easy so I'm not like rooting through, because obviously when those massive sweet potatoes start emerging from the soil, I'm going to want to have them in an open situation. Wouldn't want to miss any. That is this chap right here. There's 2 plants in there. And actually, look, there's something there. There is something. I don't think it's going to be sweet potato shaped, but there will be something. Keep the heat in. Ugh. Well, there's a lot of root. They've grown well. Oh, there's something. Yeah, I think they're going to be really very small, but... Oh no. Ooh, look at that. That's a sweet potato. Not much on there though. Some very skinny ones there. I don't think there's going to be anything else in there. Could you take that one big one out? I say big. Okay, time for a debrief on these. We have one pretty decent sized sweet potato that I'm impressed with. Now, I don't know if you remember going back into the mists of time, when I picked them up, it was really quite late in the season for one thing, and secondly, I didn't get the variety that I wanted to. The variety I wanted was Beauregard, because I've had really good success with Beauregard before. It is a short season sweet potato, so it does better in our kind of summers where we don't really have much heat. And considering that this summer we almost had no heat whatsoever, having one sweet potato is actually, I think I'm going to class that as a success. But the more interesting thing is that this had, the orange one, I need to go back and have a look at what the varieties were that I ended up actually getting. And I will put them on the screen now. All I know is neither of them were Beauregard. But the orange one, we got one sweet potato and there were the potential, you know, like when you dig up normal potatoes, you get the little mini potatoes and it's like, well, if we'd had a longer season, they would have become proper potatoes. Well, there was 3 other, you know, bits that would have kind of eventually turned into sweet potatoes if we'd had a lovely long summer, or we weren't in the UK, etc. Right, so 3. But the purple one, whose name I don't know, but I'll put here, I'm impressed with in terms of its potential. So we got nothing from it. We've got nothing. This is the biggest thing that's kind of edible out of that whole plant. However, compared to the number of potential sweet potatoes or potential kind of swellings that the orange one had, look at the number of red ones. So these, where the root starts fattening up, is where it would become a sweet potato. And there is absolutely masses of them. I would say I've left half of them in the blooming in the pot, but we're talking 40 maybe potential potatoes in that lot, as opposed to 4 from the orange one. So whatever variety that purple one is, ding, 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 I will be seeking that one out next year and trying that again and hoping for a better summer, because I think that has a great deal of potential. Overall, it was a fail, but I'm actually really surprised that we got one, considering they went in so late and we had no heat. I'm actually, I know it sounds ridiculous, and JB was like, boo-hoo, poor me, when he got like one twice the size of this and a load of small ones. I've only got this, but I'm pretty pleased. We got different standards, him and I. Anyway, I'm going to go and cross it off the list. I'm going to see how Mum's... Oh, she's stirring. The hot chocolate is on the go. So we're going to go back into the greenhouse and try and warm up a bit, actually. It's funny, that when the sun comes out, it does still actually have quite a bit of heat in it. It's like really nice. You start moving around and you get quite warm. And then the moment the clouds come over, like now, blooming freezing again. So yeah, I'm going to get into that greenhouse. Oh, it's hot and it smells like hot chocolate.
And here comes the sun.
And the sun's out again. Woo! Right, these chilies. I think I'm going to have to take them all, aren't I, today?
Do you think so?
Well, I'll take anything that looks like it's starting to redden, anything that looks like it's even blushing, because that will ripen at home then. And then maybe we just leave the rest and see what happens. We've only got one more night of cold, haven't we? And then it warms up a bit again.
One more, this one, I think, and then it's 2 or something, but they might survive. These ones, that one, and that's a good one over there. That one's going well. These are
Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah.
I don't know what's happening to those ones. They don't seem to do anything.
They don't, do they?
Purple.
Yeah, and they should be going red, so.
Oh, I'm glad. Oh, it's interesting to see the light now. When we came up, that was absolutely dark there.
Oh my God, look how black those clouds are in the distance. On the line there.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
That doesn't look very promising.
That might be snow though.
That might be snow. Now that would be promising. Oh, I'm getting a bit warm in here actually. Whew. I'm coming out.
I've done the girls.
Okay. So if we do have to make a quick escape, we can. Okay. Oh, right. Before the sun disappears on this side of the plot completely, and before that ominous black cloud comes towards us, I've got a few things that I need to clear in here. Obviously the temperature has dropped dramatically last night, and we've got a couple more nights of it. And the stuff that's growing in here, all the things the new stuff that I've put in is all doing really well. Like, I'm really happy with it. The coriander and the parsley's looking fab. The lamb's lettuce, the mustard greens are looking great. The spinach, not so much. It got really dug up by something and then eaten by slugs and snails when I put it in. So that's had a bit of a tough time. Spring onions are looking all right, but what's gone is the basil. So I'd left the basil in from summer just because it was still, you know, it was still doing all right. But it has finally gone kaput. And interestingly, like I said this the other day, so we grew loads and loads of basils this year. More basils than I think I'd probably realised even existed, because I'd done, what were the ones that I had put in? I think I had done 4 varieties of basil, including the lettuce leaf basil that I was quite excited about. And then Ali, who is a prolific seed sender, she's incredible, sent, it must have been about 8, 9 different varieties. So there was like aniseed, lemon, there was just tons of them anyway, which most of them I'm going to have another go at next year because they were utterly delicious. But it did mean that I ended up with loads and loads of different types of basil in here, but they have all finally gone. But interestingly, the one that has lasted the longest in terms of sticking out the colder weather and the damp was actually the lettuce leaf one, which I thought would be the least tough because it was really flouncy. It's actually done really well. And even though it has clearly got frosted, like it's got the brown patches of doom, it actually, like as a thing, it still looks all right, whereas some of the others have just completely like lost all their leaves. They've just gone. Yes, I'm going to clear that, which gives us everything else that's actually growing in here for the winter a little bit more space. Lovely. I'll just finish this hot chocolate because boy is it good. It's that like proper powdered hot chocolate, you know, it always makes me think of skiing. When you come down into like the little chalet area, you know, and they've got those machines with the powdered hot chocolate and it's got so much sugar in it, you're just like, you're back up the mountain 10 minutes later, like ding, warm and having a sugar rush. Oh yeah, that's good. Right, basil. You might have heard me say, oh, can you see me? Let me just push you up a little bit. There we go. You might have heard me say earlier when I was chatting to Mum in here, I don't know if I have my microphone on or not, that I'm going to take all of these chilies that are just going slightly. You see how that one's not totally green? It is just starting to blush up a bit, and same as that one. I'm going to take all of the chilies that are just starting to blush and ripen them at home. Because, I mean, the chilies are not going to enjoy the temperatures that we have had last night or that are coming up. So I'm going to take everything. And then the ones that are totally green, like showing no sign whatsoever of ripening, I'm going to leave on, and then we'll just take a bit of a gamble with them and see if we get anything from them. But these ones, like this colour, they will ripen at home, no problem. So I shall take all of those. Anything happening on there? No. Right, got some nice hot lemons though. Nice hot lemons. You can see quite, these didn't look like they were going to go at all, and then all of a sudden, like they do every year, you think, oh, it's never going to happen, and then suddenly, poof. Got tons of yellow ones. Love it. Quite surprised actually. I got these ones, I mean, just imagine that's red, but these ones, this kind of shape, from JB. They're called Champion. He gave me the seed for them at the beginning of the year, and for some reason, I think it's just because it was him that gave them to me, I just assumed they were going to be really hot, and they're not even not really hot. They are absolutely stone cold mild. There's not, it's just like basically a red pepper, just a really small red bell pepper. So I was quite surprised about that, but they do have a great flavour, and they are prolific, so maybe that's why he was so enamoured of them. Right, that one's going yellow, that one's going. Right, we've got some good looking orange. Oh, that one's gone. That's upsetting. Look, so these orange ones here, can you see how that one's just like, it's really soft? Poo. Oh well, I'll see if I can save anything from that. This one, same. These have got nasty. Oh, some good coloured ones in here though. You can see how limp these have gone. These are not going to do anything, and in fact this one doesn't have any peppers left on it, so I'm not going to do it today because I don't have time, but as soon as I get back from holiday all of these will just be cleared. This one's still got some more. I'm going to take them because the stem has gone. You can see, like, although the pepper is still going, the stem has gone soft, so nothing's going to happen, it's just going to rot off. And I like a green pepper, so I'll just eat them fresh like that. There's a couple more of them down here. These two. Now, the only one that I've really got quite a question mark in my mind over is this one here, which is the, why do I want to always call it Aurora? It's not called Aurora. It's called something else. Aroma, I've got it. But these are supposed to go orange and then red, and you see how they are not even picking up any colour. They started off like a purple, and they've gone like a pale green. But what I'm going to do is pick a couple that are looking like, you know, the largest or whatnot, and take them home and taste them and see what they're like and see if they're worth picking at this stage. and eating, and if they're not, then I will leave them on and we'll just see if anything comes. But you see, you never know, because if they're really good eating before they're properly ripe, then there's no point like waiting for them to all go soft in the frost when you could have eaten them already, even though they're not ripe. See what I mean? Okay, not a bad haul there. There are also a couple more. I think there's 2 down there, 2 of those white night aubergines. They're only little ones. We've had much bigger, but the plants are really suffering. So I'm going to take them too. What did I do with my snips? There they are. I'm going to take them too. Wonderful. Look at that. A big bag of goodies. Okay. Close that up. Right, how did we do? Well, look, we raked some leaves and we checked the chilies. What a wild success. Now, there was something else that I wanted to do that when I was editing the video, I remembered that I'd forgotten to show you. Oh, I know what it was. It was the Vivid Pak Choi. This was it. So when I was weeding this bed in last week's video, I was talking about the different types of pak choi that we've got in here, which is the basic, actually that's not a pak choi, that is a basic green komatsuna, which is more of a skinny stemmed number. Then we've got the petrol purple red choi here. And then this one is the new variety that's called Vivid, and it is so pretty. It came from She Grows Veg. Oh look, there's a big fat snail on the back of that one that I'm squashing with my fingers. How delightful. But yeah, it's just so pretty with its really pink stems, and we haven't actually tasted it yet, so I don't know whether it's outrageously delicious or if it's all style over substance. But the style is such that I think it's probably going to make it onto the list for next year because it's a gorge. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you last week. Do you know what? I think we're probably coming to an end here, actually. We've just lost the sun over here. It's still bright blue skies up there, but the tree cover has means that we're now in the shade. It's about 2 o'clock. So I think we're going to put the girlies away, pack up, and head home. Whew. Yeah, I think that's about right. Come on, knees, you can do it. I'll give Lily a bit of dins. She seems she's been with us all day. Where's your bowl, Lils? Where's your bowl, Lils? Yeah, is there one in there? No? Oh yeah, here we go. Where's that? Do you want some food, madam? Got some in there? Yeah. Well, these are the ones that Sainsbury's gave me.
Right, by mistake.
Lily benefits wildly from Hallie being a fussy little bugger, don't you? Yeah, I know. You get all the exciting food that she doesn't want. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. What is this one? It is tuna. Oh yeah, yum scrum. Pig's bum. There you go, madam. There you go, darling. There you go. That's this one here now, isn't it? Yep. Goody goody. Right, basket. Yeah, otherwise they're gonna... Oi, Rubes! Ruby? Go on, bugger off. You're not having cat food, girls. Follow mum.
Very generous with these because the weather's cold. All right, are we ready?
We are. Let's go. Let's go, go, go. Doors closed. Yes. Polytunnel's closed. Yes. Whoa. Get the basket. See you later, Lils. Ready, steady? All good? Yep. We're always leaving something open. Right. Well, normally when I'm leaving, I always say, oh, well, I'll see you tomorrow. But actually, I won't be up here tomorrow. So, yeah. I'll see you when I see ya. Yeah. Good morning, chaps. I know that's not the normal thing to say. I'm all out of whack. So yesterday, what a beautiful day. Those, apart from the odd kind of rumble, we didn't get any snow, by the way. That was Mum just teasing me by saying it looked like a snow cloud. It just looked like it was going to shade out the sun for a while. But the day was just beautiful and the blue skies. Anyway, those clear skies continued overnight. And actually this morning, we're back to pristine blue, not a cloud in it. And that means we had a really heavy frost last night. So the dahlias that were black yesterday are probably black and calypso this morning. I haven't actually been up there yet. I'll go up there in a minute. I'm going to finish my cup of tea first and I'll go and let the girlies out for a bit of a run around. I'm only going to be up there really briefly though, because main task of the day, allotment wise, is we've got a couple more viewings to do. So you know the plot next to me has been cleared and the one at the bottom has been cleared. Well, a couple of others on the site have also been cleared, and so we're letting them at the moment. So I've got a couple of people to meet and show them potential new plots this morning, which is nice. It's a really good time to be taking on an allotment, actually. Not only are they incredibly lucky that the council have actually cleared them, because normally that doesn't happen. Normally, if the allotment's in a state and you get given an allotment, you just have to deal with it yourself. But yeah, the council has just cleared them. So this set of people are extremely lucky. And to get a plot now where you can prep it over winter so you can just kick off in spring is yeah, absolutely great timing. So I'm looking forward to giving those plots to their new owners, which is nice. The one next door to us, we do have a new neighbour. She hasn't started yet, but she's waiting in the wings, which is nice. But yeah, basically that's my jobs for today. I was supposed to do the laundry this morning, which I've just realised I've forgotten. And because, like I said, I'm going away. I'm not going away anywhere like tropical or sunny or warm for a bit of winter sunshine. I'm going down to Torquay. So south coast of England is probably going to be even colder than it is here. But still, I'm looking forward to it. See the sea. It'd be nice. But yes, I was supposed to do the laundry so that I actually have clean knickers and socks to take with me, but I've forgotten. So actually that is the first job on my list as soon as I finished recording this. Go and get the laundry on. My goodness. But yeah, I'm all a bit out of whack, to be honest, in the week. Normally, like for the last 4 years of my life, I've had quite a regimen about it, because I film when I can get up there during the week, and then Sundays is like my day where I just sit down and do the editing. Then Monday to Patreons, Tuesday to everybody else, and then we start the cycle again. Well, actually it's Friday today and I'm doing my cheers, but it's the morning. I've got a cup of tea. We're all out of whack. But actually this is very inadequate cheers. But this evening I'm going to Twickenham because they're doing like the big Christmas lights turn on this evening. So I'm going to head over there. So I think what I'll do is I'll stick this on the vlog so it's all ready to go, and then I will go and have a bit of Christmas cheer and give you a cheers from Christmasville and stick that on the end, and then that will be that will be our cheers this week, chaps, because this is inadequate and it's the morning. But yeah, so next week's vlog will start down on the south coast. I have got some gardening bits to talk about down there, so it's not going to be entirely irrelevant. And then I'll be back like halfway through next week. So the back half of the vlog will be back on the allotment action. I think there's going to be a lot of mulching to do. Obviously more leaf raking, because leaf raking is just an eternal activity at this time of year. However, you whinge about it a bit, but the leaf mould that you get is just invaluable. It's such good stuff. It's like, we've got the leaf mold. In fact, I'll show you the leaf mold bin at the back in the next vlog. So every year we just pile the leaves in. We've got 3 or 4. We've got a couple of plastic bins around the side of the shed that we've got leaf mold in. But the main one is like a slatted bin that's under the bay tree at the top of the allotment. And so last year we pack it in. And obviously when you first put the leaves in, it's like really tall. But it only takes like a couple of days or a week even, and it like sinks down again to like half its size. So you can keep packing them in. And yeah, we had a bit of a rummage in there yesterday, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. And the leaf mold in there is looking absolutely top. So I'm going to clear that bin and then start refilling it again with leaves. Yeah, it's that time of year, isn't it? That time of year, it's just mulching, leaf mold and chopping stuff back. Anyway, I'll see you at Christmas lights in a second, and then I will see you next week, chaps, for regular schedule. I'm still doing a cheers. Cheers with a cup of tea, chaps. Right, I better go put that laundry on.
Hurricanes. I think that's the way